If you really think that half the people walking on the street looking confident are actually confident, then you've got it all wrong. Hi everyone, welcome back to my podcast. It's your host, Angie. I'm back again today with a new episode. If you don't know, I'm a biomedical science graduate with a particular interest in neuroscience. So I'm bringing the facts for you today. I am bringing the science. Confidence. What even is confidence? Confidence. Surely everyone has some level of confidence. Well, that is true. We all have varying levels of confidence. It's just that we're confident in different things. Some people have social confidence, which is more apparent. They walk around the street all high and mighty. Everyone's looking at them like, wow, they've got riz, right? They've got charisma. Whereas some of us are confident in niches, right? We're confident in a specific niche. So, say you're really good at drawing. Of course, you're confident in drawing because you're good at it. Say you're really good at cooking. Of course, you're confident at cooking because you're good at it. But when we talk about self-confidence, that's when it gets a little bit tricky because self-confidence is believing in oneself. So today, let's talk about how you can be more confident, not just ordinary confident, how you can just win at this confidence game. Real confidence, true confidence, irresistible confidence. All right, let's get started. I've come today with notes because like I said, I bring the facts to you guys. So everything I say is research backed. If you Google it, I'm sure you will find it. So I'm actually going to split this into two. Firstly, we're going to talk about body language and expressions. And two, we're going to talk about something called self-affirmations. No, it's not looking in the mirror going, I am confident, I am strong, I am beautiful. Of course you can do that too. But again, I come with the scientific facts. So yeah, let's get into it. Firstly, when we talk about body language, if I came on this podcast, introduced myself like this, hi everyone, I would you listen to me? Like, would you actually listen to me? No, I highly doubt that you would. Why? Because I don't look confident. I'm not convincing. I look like I'm timid. I look like I'm not sure of myself. Also, this is something I thought about while I was scripting this. If you went to get, I don't know, laser eye surgery, right? You went to get your eyes lasered, whatever, get better eyesight, because some of you need to see for some reason. And the eye person, optician, whoever it is, if they seem like nervous, so if they're going in your eye, right, and they're like that, and their hands are shaking, and they're like, oh my god, would you sit there? Would you actually sit there and let them mess with your eyes? I don't think so. So what does that tell us? There are things called non-verbal communication. It's our gesture, it's our body language, it's also with our voice, our pacing, our tone, our pitch, how loud our voices are. All these things portray confidence. So if I walked on a stage and I went, hello everyone, today I'm talking about neuroscience. I'm talking about the pathophysiology of irritable bowel syndrome and its impact on the well-being of patients. I seem confident. I seem like I know what I'm talking about. By the way, that was my dissertation at university. Flex. I seem like I know what I'm talking about. But if I went on stage and I'm like, well, first of all, if I freeze and don't say anything, that gives it away. I don't even need to say, oh, I'm nervous for people to know that I'm nervous. So what am I trying to get at now? Your body language, your facial expressions, your voice, your pace, everything kind of conveys confidence. So in order to build, because it's a skill, in order to build real confidence, that's something you should start working on. How do you portray yourself? How do you present yourself? Do you let everyone know that you're nervous right now? Or do you pretend? Do you fake it until you make it? Scientists found that when you put your hands on your waist like this, for only a couple of minutes, your testosterone levels go up and your cortisol levels go down. Now, testosterone is associated with confidence and power and assertion. Cortisol is the stress hormone. If your cortisol levels are too high, then you're way too stressed. So Why is it? Why is it that just putting your hands on your hips, on your waist, not only conveys confidence, but actually makes you feel more confident? It's because that action, it's called a high power pose. Being in that position actually sends signals to your body. Isn't that crazy? Being in that position, acting, portraying, conveying, pretending, faking confidence actually makes you confident. So there's some science behind it. Like I said, there's some science behind fake it till you make it. So besides the gesture, besides the posture, of course, stand up straight, there's also eye contact. Let's say you're on a date and you're trying to seduce that person and you want to flirt. It's a first date. You're trying to get this guy, to fall in love with you. Are you going to be like, or are you going to be like, of course not. What you want to do is like, eye contact. When he's speaking, you want to sort of like, blink a little bit, tilt your head, your body language. When you lean forward, it conveys that you're interested. It conveys confidence. The way you walk into a building. Half the people are faking it. Let me just let you know now. Half the people, even me, sometimes I fake it. Sometimes I go out and it's not until I get into my lift and I see my full outfit and I'm like, ooh, I think I made a mistake. And at that point, I'm running to get the tram. I really can't be bothered to go back and change. And in that moment, I just flip a switch in my head. I'm like, you know what? No one will know that I don't like my outfit if I don't show that I don't like my outfit. Literally, it's as easy as that. No one will know that you're not confident if you don't show them that you're not confident. So another study actually went further to say that people that put their hands on their waist, on their hips before a job interview did significantly better in their interview. Isn't that crazy? Isn't our body, our mind so powerful? It triggers some kind of, neuroendocrinology. So it means that your body releases oxytocin and dopamine from, feeling confident, and then it makes you active and more confident. And that leads me to the second point, which is self-affirmation. It's also called the competence-confidence loop. You're creating evidence for your competence, and that builds confidence. So if you're nervous or unconfident about playing the guitar, the only way to truly build confidence in playing the guitar is to learn to play the guitar. It sounds straightforward, but most of us will not think of it like that. The only way to become more confident in your body is to work on your body to the point that you're confident in your body. And because you look at yourself in the mirror and you think, I am confident in what I see, then you've built competence in your ability to get your body to the point that you're happy with, to the point that you feel confident. And the cycle just goes on and on and on and on and on and on, just like that. Just like that. Because the truth is, we're human, right? We're gonna have on and off days. But when you fake it during those off days, you're not just lying, you're not lying to people, you're not a fraud. It's a psychological hack. You're tricking your brain into thinking that you're that confident, that you're that girl. And just like that, you act like that girl. You have to embody this person that you want to be. Let's put this into practice, right? Who is a celebrity or just a public figure, whoever it is, it could be your friend or your family that you absolutely adore. Think of one person that you just look at and you're like, wow, how did they do it? Like, how did they just walk around looking elegant, looking cute, looking just put together all the time? Think of that person and then pretend that you're that person. How would you behave if you were that confident? How would you behave if you had what they had or what you think they have? Because I said most people are faking it. How would you behave if you were in their position? In their position of power, if it's money that you're insecure about, in the position of a six-pack, if that's what you want, or, a nice curvy body if that's what you want, if you want a great singing voice, if you want a promotion, you need to start to act like someone who already has those things, because the way you move is different when you're confident compared to when you're not confident. It's in your body language, it's in your facial expressions, it's in your voice. Let's take it down and then up and then down and then up doesn't the tone of my voice and the pitch of my voice, doesn't it affect how I come across? Of course it does. Of course it does. Again, let's take it calmly. Let's really talk about confidence. It sets the mood, doesn't it? It makes you feel differently. But if I just talk normally like I normally do, I talk very assertively, like I know exactly what I'm saying. So even when I'm chatting shit, you might not know that I'm chatting shit because I say it so affirmatively. I say it so assertively. I say it so strongly. And I pretend sometimes. I know a lot of what I talk about on this podcast is research backed. I try to do a bit of research before I come on. And because I studied biomedical science, I already know things up here. So the level of research I do varies depending on the type of content. But there's been a bunch of videos where I don't know what I'm going to talk about. I really just pick a topic and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to wing it. I'm going to get on the screen and just say what I want to say and just say it so confidently that it doesn't look like I'm not prepared. So you can't just sit there and say you're not confident and expect someone or something to save you. You can't just sit there and be like, you know, some people have it, some people don't. Lies. That is a lie. No one is born with utmost confidence. We could have it to different levels. Again, some people are just socially more outgoing, extroverted, but that doesn't always mean they're confident. In fact, some people that are the loudest voices in the room are the most insecure. That is the truth. You could be an introvert and be confident. Don't let loud voices fool you. It could be deception. Not everything is what it seems. So what am I trying to say? Get off your ass. Kim Kardashian said, I know people shit on her, but she's like, nobody wants to work these days. Nobody wants to work these days. It's kind of true. Everyone sort of wants the easy way out, but sometimes you have to work for it, okay? And the interesting thing is this is actually something easy that you can do. And it's science. You can't mess with science. It's neuroscience. What you tell yourself, what you tell your brain, you know, if you want to make it woo-woo, let's make it woo-woo. Look in the mirror. A lot of people believe in affirmations because it's got some facts to it. It actually is science. That what you see is what you believe. If you look in the mirror and see a beautiful woman, a very handsome man, someone who's got their shit together, someone who is proud of themselves, if you look in the mirror and see that, then that's who you are. But if you look in the mirror and have negative self-thoughts and speak negatively of yourself, then that's who you are. That's who you perceive yourself to be, so that's who you are. What you see is what you believe. It's woo-woo, but it's true. There is some science behind pseudoscience. It's called pseudoscience for a reason. All this affirmation manifestation. It's because you say it so much that you actually begin to believe it. There's not much to manifestation. There's no, universal. Perhaps there is. People might come for me. But I've seen tons and tons and tons of thousands of views about manifest this, manifest that. And the truth is, all it is just you having a vision of what you want and just actively saying it to the point that you believe it and you subconsciously act on it. That's why I like vision boards compared to manifest this, manifest that. It's because it's right there in your face. So you know exactly what you want and you're subconsciously embodying it. You're subconsciously going after it. That's what manifestation is. So look in the mirror right now and say all those wonderful things that you want to be. Say it to yourself. I am beautiful. I am smart. I am confident. I can walk into any room and command attention. I'm the best person in the world. Sometimes when I don't even feel like it, I will still say it. I say it to everybody. Like even at work, I'd be joking a lot. When people come into the office and I don't expect them to be in the office, I'm like, oh, you really just wanted to see me today, didn't you? It's funny, but it's also like, yeah, confidence, right? You're like, yeah, I rate myself. So that's all there is to confidence. There's no secret. I keep saying this in my videos. There's no magic trick to these things. No one should try and sell you any stupid course about how to build confidence because all you need is actually right here at the tip of your fingers. You have to actively work on being confident in order to be confident. And then the more confident you have, the more confident you are. I can't say it any better than that. So if you enjoy this content and you want a little bit more of my neuroscience or just psychology kind of content, then subscribe.